Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So as you can probably tell by the title of the video, I'm gonna try and recreate one of Mannymua'S makeup from his most recent palette, the Life's a Drag Facelift. So I actually don't have his new palette, but I do have his first one, which is this one right here. So I'm gonna try and use as many eyeshadows from his first palette, since obviously I don't have the most recent one. And I'm gonna put the picture somewhere here on the screen of the makeup that I'm gonna try and recreate. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I try and recreate this makeup look, then just keep on watching. So I'm gonna prep my eyelids first. So this will actually be my first time trying to recreate somebody else's makeup, which is actually very, very exciting. And I'm just gonna over exaggerate the concealer here and bring it out a little bit more. So I'm just setting it with a neutral shade. So I'm just using the neutral shade from the Natasha Denona palette, the lightest shade on that, just because his Life's a Drag palette doesn't have a lighter tone. So we're gonna start off with the crease. So it looks like he has like a brownish shade on the crease and kind of like smoking it out. I'm gonna move on to Hunty, which is this lighter shade of brown right here. And I'm just gonna use that as the transition shade. So I'm just gonna apply that in the crease, blending it out upward just a little. And I'm just gonna flick it out. It doesn't really matter if you spread the eyeshadow downward too much, because it's a very, very sharp cut crease. You just want to make sure that it's very well blended, and you want to bring it into the inner crease too. Alright guys, if you notice that the lighting changed a little bit, it's because it did. I lowered my lighting just a little bit because I feel like the brightness of it is kind of making the eyeshadow look kind of washed out, and it's not like picking up the color as much. And next we're going to move on to the color Mug, which is right under Hunty, which is this shade right here. And we're going to focus that in the crease again, but we're just going to darken that up a little bit. I'm just going to blend out the edges with a clean brush. Alright guys, next I'm going to go in with Trade, which is this color right here. And it has like a little tint of purple. And I don't know if it's just me, but I kind of see some purple in that crease. So I'm just going to grab a very small tapered brush. And I'm going to try and focus it only in the crease. Alright, I'm going to grab a little bit of Mug, which is that darker brown, and I'm going to go over the purple shade very lightly. Alright, so it's time to cut the crease. I always get so nervous when I cut this crease. By what it looks on the picture, he might have it a little bit more open up. Alright guys, so I think that's as good as I'm gonna get. I did go up a little bit more just to make it more dramatic. I'm just gonna touch up on the eyeshadow a little bit and then go from there. So I'm gonna go in with Mug, which was that darker brown shade, and I'm gonna go right above the cut crease and then kind of just define that. All right, I'm gonna go in with that white shade. It's called Cake Face. So for a little bit of shimmer on that cut crease, I'm gonna go in with the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Volt set, and then I'm gonna go in with VIP, which is from the Armed and Gorgeous palette, which is this white shimmery shade, but it's not too shimmery because that's what Manny's makeup looks like. It doesn't look too much, but you can definitely see it. Yeah, so I think this is a perfect shade for that. All right, next I'm gonna go in with Mug again, and I'm just gonna focus that on the outer corner and kind of blend that white and that brown together. That way it kind of looks seamless because it's looking very sharp. I'm just gonna clean up the eyeshadow on the outside just a little bit because I am gonna go in with liners, so just want it to look a little sharp. All right, I'm gonna go in with the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner, and we're just gonna try and do our best here. He does have a pretty dramatic liner, so I think I kind of did my wing too high. So how does that look? All right, guys, I'm just gonna do the other eye off camera and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I am done with the eyeliner. So I did realize that in his outer corner, like his eyeliner blends into like a darker black, I guess. So I just used some of that black in his palette called Shady right here. And I just added that a little bit in the outer corner, joining it with the liner and kind of joining it over here with the white, just to add a little bit more dimension in that outer corner. And yeah, so that is it for the top of the eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and do my foundation and the rest of my face off camera, and then I'll be right back to finish the eyes. All right, guys, so I wasn't gonna show the rest of the makeup just because, I don't know, I was just more focused on the eyes, but I am trying to follow his makeup too. So I did my regular foundation routine. I just applied the Lancome Tint Idole foundation, concealer just as regular, and then I was gonna apply contour and like bronzing, but I looked at his picture and it looks like only his nose is contoured and then just his forehead. On his cheeks it looks like he only has blush, so I'm just applying the BH Cosmetics palette and I'm going in with this shade and this shade right here, and I'm just applying that on my cheeks. And he has blush pretty heavy on that picture, so I'm just gonna try and apply it kind of heavy too. I'm just gonna go in with the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm just gonna lightly contour my nose. I said lightly, I did not mean lightly at all. All right, next I'm gonna apply the Makeup Revolution Luxury Baking Powder, and I'm gonna do the shade Ghost just because it looks like he is brightened up a little bit on his under eyes, right in this area. hopefully that brightened me up a little bit more. I'm gonna do my forehead, my chin. I'm basically applying that white powder everywhere I see that he's brightened up. Alright guys, so I'm gonna move on to lips, and I'm gonna use the Bretman Rock and ColourPop in the shade, I don't know what shade this is in, but this was from his collection that he did with them. So I'm gonna outline my lips with this shade because he does have like a brownish tonish shade. And this is a very, very dark brown. These lip pencils are so soft. I don't think I've ever used these. And I'm gonna lightly shade in. It looks like he has that like ombre lip. This is starting to look like a chola look. This one is actually a little darker than his color. I'm gonna tone it down with this NYX Lingerie matte lipstick, I believe it is. I'm just gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows off camera and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I am applying the Ardell Wispies, which look like this. I think these are actually perfect for this look because the eye makeup is already kind of dramatic, and these are just very long and have a little bit of fluff without being too dramatic. So I have one, which is this side, and then I'm gonna apply this one, but you can see the difference of how much more open the eye looks. All right guys, I'm finally done with the eyes. I just need the bottom lash line. So I did bronze up or contour a little bit on my forehead with the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. So I'm gonna go in with that brush we used earlier, and I'm actually gonna grab Snatched, which is this shade right here, and I'm thinking about mixing it with Kai Kai or Kiki. I want to say it's Kai Kai just because of how it's spelled, but I'm thinking about mixing these two because it looks like he has like a pink shade under his waterline. I don't know. Maybe I'll just go in with Kai a little bit first. I'm actually going to go in with a smaller pencil brush because it looks like it's more defined. I'm going to go in with this BH Cosmetics angled brush. Go in with Kai. I feel like this video has been so long. That's actually a very pretty pink shade. So I am stretching it out just a little bit with that liner because that's what it looks like on his eye. Obviously mine is way thicker, but it'll do. Alright guys, so I think I'm gonna keep that pink alone. I know I was gonna mix in Snatched with it, but I'm just gonna keep it like that because now looking at his picture, it just looks like Kai is like blended out. Alright, last step. In between the black liner and that pink line, it looks like he has like a white in between. So I'm gonna grab Cake Face from the Life's a Drag palette, and I'm just gonna try and fit that in between there. That's actually a very pretty touch. Another thing, I'm going to fill in my waterline with my white gel pencil, and it looks like he has it a little bit more down from your regular lash line, so we're gonna bring it down. All right, I think that's a pretty thick white bottom lower line. And last but not least, I'm gonna cut up some of these old lashes, and I'm just going to glue them on my bottom lash line because it looks like that's what he has. But it's so funny because he only has like 3. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. All right guys, I think I have completed this makeup look. I feel like this took forever. It honestly wasn't too hard, but it just had a few things that you had to pay attention to, like the detail in the picture. But overall, I enjoyed doing this makeup and I'm actually very happy on how it came out. So I'm just gonna fix my hair a little bit, put it down, so maybe the look could look a little more put together. So I'm just gonna keep my hair like this. But yeah guys, overall, if you guys enjoyed watching me try this Manny MUA makeup, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys want to see more videos from me. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.